Where is Linda? Is she here?
I'm not sure. Okay, welcome everybody to the 16th edition of The Discovery. Of course, you know you are here on behalf of the team coach Gilbert Ute. I welcome every single person to this meeting. Of course, like you know our house rules, if this is not your first time, you will be familiar with these rules. But if it's your first time, I'll just remind us, everyone's mic is muted very deliberately so that you don't get to interrupt unconsciously. But at the end of our conversation, and I'm going to have a good time, I know I will. At the end, if you have questions, please use the chat box. I will keep going through the chat to pick all the questions, but I will allow maybe one or two people. But if you are given the floor, please be brief. The Discovery is a weekly business opportunity meeting put together by Team Grace International. And the purpose is threefold. Number one is to show the legality of this industry many people are not aware of. A lot of people just think differently about this industry, and unfortunately, they are missing out. Number two is to show a unique company playing in that space, albeit very quietly, with huge opportunities, and people still don't know a company like that exists. And number three is to welcome new people to the industry, and specifically to the company we proudly partner with. In Team Grace, Grace makes us game changers, and this program is live on the Game Changers Network page on Facebook. Of course, the team coach is Gilbert Ute, is the brain behind this. I'm the obvious face, but right behind is a strong work being done by the team coach, and we truly do appreciate you. Thank you, sir. So let's meet our guest for today. Our guest for today is an author, a trainer, a passionate personal development coach, a CRM expert, and an entrepreneur. She's a graduate of English language education and holds many certifications in different courses. She's the author of Zyna's Waiting Room. I have my copy here. If you don't get a copy after now, you are a sinner. The only way to be sinner. That's it.
Thank you. Yes.
Longbridge Bioscience International, a manufacturing multinational company that produces for other multinationals under OEM and ODM while pushing their own products through the MLM platform. She's the MD of Zyna Universal Resources Limited, where she runs a franchise or stockist outlet for Longbridge called the Floral Center, as well as consultancy to individuals and small businesses for growth. She's the leader of the Common Sense Squad. And I told her, I said, I'm a member of Common Sense Squad because, man, I have common sense. So I'm a member. So if you have 35,000 people, I'm 35,001.
Yes. So.
Over 35,000 people motivated to financial freedom, and across the globe, passionate people who are so passionate about helping others achieve their dreams. She has recorded many achievements in her partnership with Longbridge, including multiple car and trip awards, and has helped many team members to achieve the same. It's been rightly said, if you want to go to a place fast, find somebody who has been there and just follow it. Success always leaves clues. And today we'll drink from her wealth of experience and get it. I hope you're all still hearing me.
Yes, we can.
Thank you. Her greatest interest is in poverty eradication by positively impacting and empowering millions of people across the world to reach their full potentials and take charge of their destinies. Our guest today, ladies and gentlemen, is no other but Mrs. Zyna Obasi, the leader of the Common Sense Squad. Let's make her feel welcome. Let's put our hands together. Wow. So good to have you in the house.
Thank you. It's been an amazing. Sorry, go ahead.
You joined so early today. Wow.
Yeah. I had to set my alarm to, prompt me by 5 p.m. So I just came into my small office here in the house, and I joined while getting ready. So
thank you so much.
Thank you.
I mean, with your schedule, When I saw you on, I said, wow, with her schedule. That's so much. Thank you so much for agreeing to be with us. Thank you so much for your time. And thank you for agreeing to pour it out here. On this call are maybe three categories of people. There are some people who are wondering, do I want to do that thing they are calling that thing? There are those people. There are those who are so excited, who are in the business, who came in with all the joys, and by the second month, they are like, it's not working for me. And there are those people on the call who are doing amazingly well, who are so excited. So we have those three people on the call today. And I know that having you here, the three of them are made. So thank you once again.
Thank you.
So
Thank you so much.
I want to start this conversation from wondering, and I'm really wondering, and sincerely wondering, how did you find yourself in this industry?
First of all, thank you for having me here, Reverend. And okay, how should I put it now? Mr. Gilbert Ute and Reverend Yomi. I wanted to say Reverend Gilbert and Yomi Ute.
Everybody
don't mind me. I know everybody gets it. Like when he met me, the first time I met him was the day Dr. Id was opening her Lekki office in Lagos. That was was that 2018 or 2017?
2018.
2018, yes. That was the day I met him. He was all over the place. He wanted to learn. You had that thing about just wanting to learn. He said, look, I just joined this business. I am under Yvonne and under Udeme Etibensi. I am new. I am looking for coaches anywhere. I said, okay. He said, I've heard your name. Your name is Zyna Obasi, and I've heard your name. And I said, okay, pleasure to meet you, sir. So we gisted a bit. And then he kept on going. After that, he kept going to Dr. Idi's office. I think they started rapping and all. Then the next time I saw him was when SD held a program at, was it Yvonne that organized it, at the 4 Points. Okay. Then I saw him, yeah, and then he introduced his wife, said, look at my wife. So we met. I think the next time I saw you, Reverend, was one of those programs that Longreach organized on the mainland. And then you walked up to me. I was looking at you. I said, I know this face. I know this. Before she got here, like, how do I remember her name and all that? And you beat me to it. You said, I am Reverend Ute. The Batute's wife. I was like, oh, yeah. And that was how we started rapping. Very lovely, wonderful, blessed, and very open couple. So I love you guys. I really do love you guys. Thank you. Then we met again in China last year. We were together in China last year. And we're also together early this year in Uyo. Yeah, so I'm just trying to tell people that I know them, like. So it's not one of those things I just say, I know them, they're my people, Don't mind me, I like to play. Yeah. Anywho, so thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for what you're doing. It's blessing a lot of people. It doesn't have to be any team. It's everyone, and I love it. When SD Charles Tambo started something like this, he mentioned it to me. I was the first person to say, look, I love it. Let's do it. So I was the first person on his call. And when Mr. Ute, when you met me and told me about this, I agreed. We set a date, but then a blessing happened to me. Yeah. And, you know. I know. When that blessing came upon me, I had to reschedule. I was supposed to be one of the first to be on this call. Yeah. So, but it's good, and we're here. So to answer your question, how did I get here? Okay, so I had tried my hands on network marketing in 2013. I'm this person that wants more. I always want more. I have always wanted more. If you read my post 2 days ago on Facebook, or was it yesterday? I was talking about how I grew up and how I became very independent at a very early age. Yeah. You have so many things form you. It was actually when I was writing that it dawned on me that was one of the things that formed me as a kid. When my uncle gave me that shocker, I was ready to go, and then he gave me that shocker, and the whole family was like, I cried, and I'm like, excuse me, he got there by himself. I can do that too. So my mom encouraged me, look, Nothing needs to put you down. So I've always been that person that wanted to do more. I wanted to help my mother. My mother was one of those women that their husbands wouldn't let them achieve their dreams. And that's why when I come across women and they tell me, my husband said, it gets to me. Like, it's like you're telling me what happened to me, my mom, again. So it gets to me and I'm like, liberate yourself before you end up like my mom. Who is dead now? My mom. Who is alive? My dad. Who is enjoying my money? My dad. You know, so so I've also been that person that wanted more, that wanted to do more. So I had always started businesses, failed, started again. I fall, I get up. I'm not staying on the ground. I mean, like, I'm not afraid to fall. I fall, I get up. So 2013, a friend told me about this industry and I joined. But for 1 year, I couldn't register one person. I had some restrictions. Now, this business makes you buy every month. I didn't even have the money. So I was making my husband give me money to pay for products I didn't need every month. So I felt that the company was taking from me rather than giving me. So how do I introduce someone to that kind of platform? So I couldn't. I managed, but I read about network marketing and what it can do for people, but that platform was just not serving it. So I couldn't succeed. Then 2014, I was on a trip with my husband and we met a strange, couple. Like, we shared a taxi. You know how you're in a hotel and you're going somewhere and the hotel just gets a taxi and two couples, we could share one taxi. So we shared a taxi and we're going out and they are Americans. And the lady started asking me what I was doing. Then I had failed again at another business. Also, what happened to me was my husband kept moving, we kept moving, Lagos, Port Harcourt, Lagos, Abuja, so all those movements didn't let me really settle down and build something to last. So that business had failed again. My boutique business had failed again. And we're on that trip and the lady kept asking me, what are you doing? We're in their 60s. And I told her I was just in between businesses. And then she went like, she and her husband had been networkers all their lives. They did network marketing for 25 years. Wow. And at the end of the 25th year, they had built enough residual income that would last them all their lives. They raised 3 kids who at the time were all married and doing well. She told me that they travel to different countries for 6 months and then they go back to the US during summer. These things were dropping in my head. Like, I knew how much we saved to be on that trip. One trip. And I was not doing the maths. Like, you do this thing for 6 months. We spent 2 weeks abroad. They spent I don't know how long they spent. And then they were doing it for 6 months. And then they will go back to the US, to their house. And they will stay with their children, their grandchildren, and they will take off again. And they don't work anymore. Wow. Common sense started slapping me. Like, I was already in network marketing and it wasn't working. Could it be that something went wrong? Is it that the network business was wrong or was it the platform? But, I was just thinking about those things. Then I came back to Nigeria. Dr. ID called me, Dr. ID called me. Then she was not in this business. She was living in Rio at the time and her husband and my husband are like brothers and they've been working together for how many years now? So I met her just before their wedding when she came back from the UK after her doctorate. And we became, I became like her older sister. So she called me when we came back and she said, "Sis, what are you up to now?" I said, "I don't know. My business has crumbled." Because when she was in the UK, she used to supply me clothes. And I was selling my boutique at her. So she was like, "What are you up to?" I said, "My dear," as at the time she called me, I was already on my laptop. I had a lot of dreams. All of them read money to start. And I told myself, I'm not getting a cover for my husband again to start another business. I mean, I need to prove that I'm not a dunce or a liability. So I had told myself, after that last business crumbled, I lost over 4 million naira in 2014. Just do the math. So I said, I'm not asking this man for a dime. I'm going to, whatever it is, if I have to go to the farm to weed, I will do it, physically do it. I won't get any money from him. So when she told me, she said, well, a friend of mine is into this thing. You know, you tried network marketing. I said, that one didn't work. She said, but this one is working. Now, here are the two things I heard. Blah, 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 blah. My friend is in America. Blah, 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 blah. My friend is getting a freak. I say, pause. Where did you meet this person? In school. Are you sure she's not lying? She said, no, she's not lying. She's not the only one. A couple of them in New York. I said, have you joined? And you know, this is not my line. I'm just calling you because you were trying to get me into the other. I said, I'm joining. Heidi, stop talking. Send me her number now. Tell her to call me now.
Wow.
And she goes like, well, she's in the US right now. And I'm going to send your number to her, get her to call you. I said, tell her to call me tonight. I waited and didn't hear from her. I called Heidi the next day. I said, where is the person? She said, I told her to call you. Well, I've been trying the number. So at the time, the uniform was, it now was this, happens to be my 3SD uniform colonel. So I did try to reach out to her. Eventually, uniform came back and then she called me. When I heard her call, I picked, she started introducing and said, young lady, is this how you do your business?
Wow.
And she was like, I said, I've been waiting for your call. She said, well, the long reach business. I said, I don't want to hear. I want to sign up.
True.
She said, let me tell you about the business. I said, I don't want to hear about the business. I already Googled, I've read. I was just waiting for you to call me. How do I be a member? She said, okay, the product. I said, you know what? I'm going to send you money. Sign me up. What product do you want? I don't care. You're a woman, right? She said, yes. You have kids, yeah? You have a family. Buy what you use in your house. What level do you want? I said, when I send you the money, auntie, whatever I can do it.
Wow.
I sent her my money. I sent, at the time, I had not every money I had. So the small one I could gather. And you know, women now, when they give you money for the month. So I said, okay, instead of buying toothpaste from the supermarket, check. So this, that. So I added everything. I had about 70-something thousand naira. She said, can you pay it into long reach account? I said, no, I'm paying it into your account. She was like, she had never met me. She didn't know me. Sent money into her account, almost 70-something. Yeah. I said, do whatever. I just want to be a member. She said, okay, how do you get your product? I said, I don't know. Sign me up first. Let me see myself in the business. That's my own. That was how I signed up.
Wow.
I sent money. She said, okay, give me your details. I sent my details. Luckily, as the informed Abraham was coming to Port Harcourt, I think the next day or 2 days after, she packaged my products and put in his car. And then, as informed used to come to Port Harcourt to train in Evelyn's office. There's a lady in Port Harcourt. At the time I joined, she was really one of the top leaders in Port Harcourt, Mrs. Evelyn. So she was, then Inifo sent me Evelyn's number. Where do I go for training? So she sent me Evelyn's address and then sent me Infon's number to call to pick up my products. So I got there, met Infon, got my products, met Evelyn, and the place was filled up. And I was like, you are all here. How come I didn't know about the business? You know, it was as if I was flogging them. I'm like, how come I didn't know about this business and you were here? The lady said we've been here for quite some time, like a year or so. So that was how I started. That was how I heard about the business. That was how I started running it. That was how I started going to Evening, and I became sisters, like, you know, friends, because I had to go there for training. And then, of course, you know the rest of the story, how I would go to you, I'll learn and blah, 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 blah. That's how I got to hear about this amazing platform.
Wow. I'm like, wow. Wow.
Nobody preached it to me. I was the one looking for it.
You just threw me totally off balance because I'm like, wow, I never heard this kind of the story before. Yeah, that's some faith you had in the business. But then you have tried another business, you've tried another platform before, which I mean, I feel you. I've been there. I joined the platform before and I kept buying and buying and buying. And I'm asking myself, I'm buying. And at the end of the day, I will have bought something of 70,000. My commission will be 10,000. And I said, Yomi, borrow yourself some sense now. Is this really working? But you have been here for this long. What's your experience like? This platform?
Well, when you are in a business like this, it gives you everything, the high, the low, the in between. You experience everything.
Yeah.
Network marketing as a platform is that platform that develops every aspect of you. And that's why I love it so much. It develops everything about you. It's not like you are an accountant in an office that just goes to your corner and minds your business. Or you are an admin and you just do your job. This one, you will be the admin, you'll be the accountant, you'll be the the marketer, you'll be the customer service person, you'll be everything in the business. So every aspect of you is developed as you go. And then the beautiful aspect of it is the people, part where you get to work with people. Of course, it comes with everything, the high, the low as well. Before I joined this business, or rather, should I say, when I joined the other platform, because I belonged to a very strong team in the other network business. So the team was always about personal development and all. So I read some books, and then I also developed myself personally. I tell people that when you're joining a network marketing business, don't just say we're joining that thing. If you want to play football professionally, you have to learn. You will starve, you will exercise, you will not sleep. And it's not something you do once and you say, I'm okay now. Watch it. All these footballers, they don't practice, get good, and then they stop practicing. It's a lifetime. If you want to start baking, you have to go learn it. The problem people have is when they join a business like this, they think it's for lazy people. They just want to sit down and make excuses and watch the money come in. It won't. So you have to read about it. It's an industry that is bigger than NFL. An industry worth billions, an industry that has produced the most millionaires more than any other industry in the whole world. It is not something you join passively and then be sashaying in. You have to read about it. You have to also expect challenges. 2 days ago, my former upline from the other network I joined called me because he saw something a Long Reach member posted. And now, if you're that woman that posted that thing, I hope you're watching and I hope you're listening. Because I don't know you and I didn't want to call someone I didn't know. I didn't know how I was going to be attacked. So I didn't just say, but imagine a leader from another network. We used to be in another in a particular network. We both left. He's in another network. Now he calls me and he says, who is that person that posted that thing? Some negative comments about product scarcity. And he said to me, does she not know that in network marketing is everywhere? And there is no network marketing company that doesn't have product scarcity, both Nigeria and outside. This is a leader from another network.
Wow.
He calls me, he says, do you know that lady? You need to call her to put down that thing. I said, I don't know her. And he was pissed. Because he sent me a message I didn't read. He kept calling me until I picked the call. And he said, who is that person? What kind of person is that? So tomorrow, says, so tomorrow she will win a car and she will go and post. I said, yes, she will win a car. She will go and post. One bitch has given me a car. I said, what kind of mentality do people have? I said, I don't know. Now, that is coming from another leader who is a network marketer. I mean, it doesn't matter the business platform that you have joined, but there is a mindset that you need to have. To be in this business, you need to be professional. We face all kinds of, you even face your downlines rising up against you. It is normal. So you face all kinds of things. The other day, someone chatted me and was looking for someone to mentor her. I said, what's going on with you and your upline? And she says, I was removed from the chat room because I was asked to do a presentation. And I said my kids were ill and they said I was making an excuse and they removed me. I said, go back and apologize and ask to be given a slot. I can't be your leader. You have a leader that is ready to train you. Why don't you apologize and bring down yourself? Because most times people come into this business with all their pride. See, when you are in a place where you're learning, you need to show that you are learning. And it has to show in your approach and in all. Nobody's asking you to lick ass or anything. But when you come into a place and someone has something you need, you need a little bit of humility to get it so that you too can become good. But if you come with all your pride and all your everything, you won't be able to get it because people might not want to give you with all your haughtiness. So there are so many things that we face on this platform. Like I said, the good, the bad, the ugly, the high, the low, everything, but you must be expecting it. As a leader, you should expect it.
Wow.
You should also expect your uplines attacking you for reasons best known to them. But if you are not grounded, like, okay, these things could happen, it will throw you off balance. And I keep telling people, when I attack issues, I don't attack personality. And that's one major thing that people have yet to understand about me. If me and you, Reverend Yomi, are having issues, I am attacking the issue, not you. So when I'm attacking that issue about what you're doing, it is between you and the issue, not, me and you. Is to, we need to decipher the issue and know the person. So there are so many things to this business. All of them will come. There will also be the days that you go and talk and nobody will listen.
Wow.
Those days will come. But that's not enough to say, I'm not doing again. And decide to quit. It also makes sense. So, I mean, I don't know, have I answered your question?
You have actually brought out more questions for me to throw back at you. No, when you were saying that this business makes us professionals, I want to ask, is this business for professionals too? So yes. I'm a corporate executive, I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, I have my PhD. By the way, Dr. ID is in the house. Thank you so much, Dr. ID.
Okay.
Wonderful time with her when she was here. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. So, okay, so the doctor and this and that, is this business for such people? Or is this for the low ends that want to become something? Who is this business platform for?
Another thing I love about this platform is for everyone. Okay. It's for those who are looking for more. It is a platform that we know will give you if you put in the work. It is a sure platform. These days I've been having issues in my head trying to think of other businesses to go into. When people come to me to pitch business ideas, it's like when you are spoiled. When you have been eating chocolates, some kind of chocolate, and somebody comes to offer you chocolate, you know the difference. You're not going, your taste buds are, like you are used to flying business class or first class, and then when there's no first class, you fly business class, and they want you to fly economy.
How now?
How? So it changes your taste bud, So when you are on a platform like this, you just have to know that it is for everyone that wants more. Not everybody wants more. Some people are okay where they are, but they don't know. They just follow people who are saying, I want more, to chant, I want more. Because when the chips are down and when push comes to shove, they are not ready to do what those who want more do. So it's for those who want more. You can be in the corporate industry, you can be in the markets, local markets industry, whatever whoever you are, this business can help any and everybody. All you need to do is to apply what it needs from you. There are demands that the business will make of you. That consistency. First of all, I tell people to have a why. If you have that why, because if you want more, that means there is a why. So identify your why and let it be that big why that gets you up in the morning. Then find out what it takes from you. What does this business demand from you? What does a network marketing business demand from a human being? Consistency. You have to stay true to the course. You have to follow no reinventing of the wheel. So follow the lines that have been charted already. Follow the course that have been charted already. We have a saying that we have walked on water, so we know where the stones are placed. So if you're coming behind, just follow the people who are leading you. That's why you need a good relationship with your uplines, and especially when you're starting off, you need that relationship so you can know what they're doing, learn from them, and grow in the business. So it doesn't have to be for only those poor people who are looking for more. It also can help those rich people who think they have enough. But because, like I said earlier on, these days when people pitch businesses to me, I always ask for one thing. What is the sustainability of this business? When do I get to stop staring? Do I get to stare every time? Like Mama that is making akara by the road, she had to stare and stare and stare. At some point, do I stay away from the staring process and the business pays me? Or do I have to keep staring? So if every business, which is every business out there, actually, you have to keep staring to earn. The moment you remove your hand from the business, what happens? It begins to crumble. So you can say you are in the corporate world for now. There will be a time, either age or company, something will happen and they'll say it's time to go. When you go, what do you go to back to? What's the next thing? Do you go back and then you start earning pension, which is a percentage of what you were earning earlier on? Or you go to something that will give you more? Or you want to retire from corporate work or government work to now start staring at age 50 or 60? For how long will you stare to eat? So I always look, these days I'm spoiled to an extent that I look at everything like, if I remove my hand, can I have enough to take from it? So every business that you're preaching to me, I'm looking at the autopilot ship aspect of it. And unfortunately, we don't have plenty of that. We don't have plenty of that.
True.
We have mostly businesses that you have to be there, present.
True.
And most people have built good businesses. They are in their 40s and 50s now. What's going to happen when they get to their 60s and 70s? Their children are trained abroad. They are not coming back. They are not coming back. When they travel like that, when you send them up, they are not, let me just help you. They will come. Forget it. They are not coming back. My one of my staff, I transferred him from Port Harcourt office to here. He went to look for a house. He said yesterday, one of the houses he went to see, the landlady built this house for herself, and then the next compound she built for her children. She's been begging them for years. Nobody is coming back. She was lamenting to my boy. He said, I've been begging them to come. They are not coming back, so I want to let it out. So now she's renting out the house. Nobody is coming back. So when they don't come back, who's going to run the company that you have built? You will now depend on your manager, your driver, your this, your that. They will chop you dry. Now, if you don't have a business that is going to give you sustainability, residual, let me call it sustainable, reliable, residual income, when you stop staring, what's going to become of you? And don't tell me my children have trained them abroad, they will take care of me. Not this generation. They will not.
No, man.
No, they will not. I'm just telling you, I'm not prophesying, it's the truth. They won't. By the time you project what's going to happen in the next 10 years, they will not take care of you. So what's going to happen to you? So you need that reliable, sustainable, residual income. And the only industry I know for sure that offers it is a network marketing industry. And the company we are partnering with is the best on that because we have a lot of reasons why Longreach knocks out a lot of other competitors when it comes to giving you a future.
Yes, we have a lot of reasons. But before I pick you on the reasons, I want to thank 3SD Nympho for also being on this call. When all your guys are on the call, man, I'm humbled. Thank you so much, 3SD Nympho. We had her and she just went on and on. In spite of the weather, it was amazing time out. Thank you so much. All the SDs, all the leaders in the house, I truly, truly celebrate you all. Thank you so much. Before I pick you on my next question, I want to poke you a little more. Is there an age limit for this business?
Is there an age limit for poverty? There is none. If you don't have enough for tomorrow, it's like the wise virgins that had to get oil. That's just what I look at it as. You can be 50 and you have stirred enough in the network marketing industry. You have enough autopilotship. It's okay. I have autopilot. I can sleep and I'm sure of 7 figures every week. And that's okay for me. I want to retire. Then it's okay. But if you are not there yet, there's no age. There's no too young. There's no too old. Because all it requires is a phone. Your mouth, your hands. So I have an auntie that is over 70 that She's more social media savvy than myself. She's
Wow.
over 70. Yes. She's on everything. The other day I heard she has joined, she's on Twitter, she's on Facebook, she's on Instagram, she's present. She's not just there, she's present. She knows all kinds of apps that I don't even know. She will tell you, why don't you do this? This app now. Try that one. She told her daughter the other day to send money, and that one was saying, I have to go to the bank. She was pissed. You have to go to the bank to do transfer. Can't you transfer from your app?
Wow.
She said, I don't know how to do that one. She was like, I don't know if I'm the one that gave her to you. Like, they were quarreling over that. She's that kind of person. So there's no age limit. Anybody can do this business. Anybody can do it if you want more.
Anybody can do this business if you want more. I had to write that down. It is for those looking for more.
For more.
And one of the things is to identify your big why. So then you're in this industry. How did you cope with the rejections? Because I'm sure they came.
Yeah, they do come. Still do. They do. People think when you make SD, oh yes, people think when you make SD, they will not. They do. They still come. Oh, now, let me shock you. Sometimes you look at people who you had talked to when you were starting off, and you are where you are now, and you're maybe in a conversation with them. Some of them check in just to know the weather. So when you like tell them, you can say, you have grown so big now, there you go. So some of them, out of jealousy will not join you. That's just the truth. Out of sheer envy won't join you because they feel like, I've been like, I knew her. Now she's up there. I'm going to be down here. But it's all about people and how they perceive and conceptualize things. So the rejections come. There's a book that helped me. Like I said, before I started off on this business, I did a lot of research. I came prepared. I am not, my upline is on this call, SZ uniform. I am not that person that will call my upline and say, I want to give up, I'm tired of this business, I'm not doing it again. I was never that person. So when people express such emotions, I don't know how to react to it because it wasn't you don't have a why. That's what I tell them, because if your why is big enough, I am 46 years old now, just raising my first child for the first time. And you have 3 children and you are 24. Me and you were not on the same platform. Please shift. Because I am raising a baby with gray hair and you've done and dusted. Like me and you were not on the same. So I don't get it. When people, I don't know what to do. You'd have time. I don't. Because I don't want to be raising a child running around in my old age. I knew old age was coming. I also knew the children were coming. So my plan was run the race now. With whatever business I had done all my life, it's been with that same concept of run the race now, get things done. So when they come, number one, money will not be a problem. And number 2, you don't want children you've waited for how many years? I waited 17 years. Then you want them to come and then you can't buy popcorn because you don't have money. I mean, what have you been doing all your life? So it's your why. I tell people, make it big. If you have a small why, you have time and space for excuses. I don't have the time or space for excuses because I have a big why. So rejection, I already knew rejection will come. I prepared for it. Read Your First Year in Network Marketing by the Yanels.
Yeah.
I remember his first name now. Yeah, read that book. There's a chapter dedicated to rejection. That book prepared me for this business. When I read that chapter, it's like every rejection I saw when I started. Now it's not as painful, don't get me wrong. It's not as painful now as it was then when I was starting off. But I wouldn't have the time to, pet it, look at it. It's like a dead dog. There's nothing you can do but bury it. So if you say you're not doing, next. So I'm like stepping on your rejection and going to the next person. Because I understand that network marketing is a game of numbers. So if you want more, you get more people. The more people you get, the more results you get. So there's no time to stay and be grieving over the person that didn't join, when you can actually go to the next person. And if you're prepared enough, you will know that you can get no, 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 but a big yes. A big yes. When I came on board, my upline said she had been praying for someone that she wouldn't need to wake up. She had to wake up, beg, pets, you know, the downlines that she had at the time. When I came, I was like one of those, like, wow, you know. So, because I didn't have the time to be, show me the way, let me go. That's my own. So,
wow, show me the way, let me go. Yes, your first network marketing by Mark and Remy.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
so, if you are going to get that book, it's very, very okay. Please get the book. But if you don't get this book, maybe I should show you very well. Maybe you need to sleep. If you don't get this book, let me show you well. Just hold on. Let me show you very well. I want to show you very well. If you don't get this book, so if you don't get that book, in fact, you're not born again. You are not fit for business.
I agree. You might not make heaven.
Because it's
I didn't say we know, I said might not.
might, yes. Because it's not just for those who are waiting for the fruit of the womb. It's waiting for anything.
Anything.
I have my copy. So I'm not telling you what I don't have. It's not about I already have all my children. You don't understand. It's not about having your children. There is so much to glean from this book. Trust me, take it from me. There's so much you want to glean from it. And I'm sure, honestly, it will add value to you. So truly, sincerely, please get this book. So coming back to all of this, how did you then build your team?
Well, it's still from that why. You just showed my book. Having lived how many years of not having children, gone through all the emotions. That's, by the way, guys, that's what the book is all about. It's about my experience and that of others' experiences. You know, you go through a lot of emotional roller coaster. If you have not waited, you won't understand it. And you'll be trying to communicate with someone who is waiting. You are hurting them by doing some innocent things that you didn't even know about. So that's why you need to read that book. I just need to, detract a bit so I can talk about it. You need to read the book so that Zyna's waiting room is about my waiting experience. Another one will come, later, but this one is about my waiting experience and that of others. We have gone through all that, and I knew that I was going to have children. I have always known that God gives children through three means. One, you can have them by being pregnant and birthing them. And even at that, being pregnant can come by just naturally conceiving or being assisted. You can be assisted via IVF or any other means, Then secondly, God can give children through adoption. Thirdly, God can give children through surrogacy. But we live in a society where people hush those things. If it is not, even people who conceive via IVF, they hide it. Some people hide it. They will not say it out. And you go to a church, someone is coming to testify for waiting on the Lord for 15 years, and God has blessed us. During the testimony, they will never say that God has given them these children and they did IVF. Now, there's a young couple there who is waiting for 5 years, who is saying, if 15 years old people got it, we too will wait. They will not go and do IVF. They will not go and do surrogacy. Some people do surrogacy, and then they also, while the surrogate mom is pregnant, they wear prosthetics.
Yes.
And then they take some hormonal stuff to make them look pregnant, to deceive people, make it look like they're pregnant. I mean, there's no need for all of that.
True.
Because we are living a lie. And then when the baby is born, they call it cryptic, or some funny names they call it. And then they will now present like they have delivered. Even after delivery, they have prosthetics. I mean, it's so crazy. Why? Because of what people say.
Yeah.
And if you're like me, I don't care. Some people are not that strong. And I'm trying to build a generation of women who are strong enough to stand and say, I am enough. I am enough for whatever God is putting my way, if it is a challenge of waiting and it's going to give me a child through adoption, I own it. If it's going to be through surrogacy, I own it. Because I think God works better with you when you are yourself. Not when you have a persona that is not you. When you start, too many lies. Then what is the Christianity all about anyways? If all you're going to be doing is lying about this, lying about that, where is the blessing in the lying? Or your situation, you are waiting, fine. There are other things you are better off at.
True.
So when I came on board this, I said, look, I may be waiting in this area, but it doesn't define me. It doesn't have to define me. I don't have to wear that thing on my face every day. I did all the crying because especially after I then conceived after 3 years and lost my baby at birth. I mean, that almost killed me, So that's his birthdays. Oh my God, I would just go into that thing. It was as if the devil was not waiting for me. You start reminding me of that day. It's this day. So when it comes, the gloominess, that dark cloud, I feel it. So I just had to respond, and I found myself deeply, going down into what was not me. And then one day I asked myself, I was crying so much and I heard the Spirit of God ask me, what if I don't give you a child? Will I not still be God?
Wow.
I snapped out of it and I'm like, okay, so if you don't have children, so God is not God? When is it that God is defined by what you have and what you don't have? Who gives children? God. To who? Because he wants you to raise. I said, God is your business. If you want me to raise one, you give me. If you don't want me to raise one, then I am free to go about my business. Let me go and look for money. So I started looking for money. And I said, God, I believe that even if I don't conceive, I'm going to have children. I'm going to raise children when it's your time. While waiting for it, while trying the IVF, while trying the adoption, 9 years of trying, 11 years of trying adoption. 11 years, from 2009 to 2020, 11 years of being on the list, of being disappointed, of getting to the point of going to pick up and told not to come again, of getting to the place and there's no baby. So many things happen in between, but I held on. I held on to something. Okay, so there are people out there that I need to bless. My life is not always about, your life is not just about you and what you want. Because you find yourself waiting. What if in these 17 years, all I did was wait for a child and now they are here? And then no money, and then nothing. No personal development, no impact, no life, no money, nothing. Then what? Is it a blessing or is it a curse?
Wow.
So I had to look, this business is a reason for me to be busy, yes, but also to build for tomorrow and to help the people that God is going to bring around me. So that was why I focused on it. No rejections, problems, challenges, all of those will come, but my why was big enough to show me that, look, no matter what is happening here, there's a bigger reason out there. And I kept on focusing on that. So that's for me. And I tell people to tap into their own problems, tap into their own challenges, tap into the things that they don't have, because your story doesn't have to be mine, but find your own story and use that as, kind of a platform to project your business, whatever it is that God is bringing you into.
Wow. Somebody say you're just talking to me directly, Zyna.
Wow.
This story is similar to mine. Thank you. At times when we share, you never really know who the thing is for.
Yeah.
I'm sure you veered there because somebody needed to hear those things like you said.
Yeah.
Thank you for just bearing it all. You are right. A lot of people hide those things. But thank you for bringing it all on the table. And my guys, Emmanuel Ejuru, thank you so much for being in the house.
Wow, my twinnie.
Yeah, and Eric Mukoro is coming in next week and he's also in the house. Thank you so much. Somebody said, to Zyna, I love you, scatter. Wow.
I love you too.
In all of this, now I'm wondering, how did you then build your team?
Now, building the team, for me, it was having a group of people of like minds.
So,
When I first,
please, first, let me start from how did you even start building? So if somebody
okay.
is here who has been in and I've been on this business for 1 month, 2 months, 1 year, and I don't seem to find anybody to join me. What should I be doing? How do I get through those times? And then did you build?
For me, it still goes down to the why, like, and preparation before the business. I knew that there would be times that we would talk and nobody would join. I knew there would be, rejections and all of that. But I also knew that if you don't give up, you will get that person. So in this business, I keep telling people, just keep doing it. If you are doing it this way and it's not working, try another angle, but don't stop. It's only when you stop. Yeah, it's only when you stop, excuse me, that you have a problem. Don't stop. Try the internet. Now we have social media. We didn't have that when we started out. Try the social media. Try the one-on-one. Try the strangers, talking to strangers. I mean, go crazy. Okay. If the dream is big enough, you should be able to go crazy. How bad do you want it? That's why I ask them in my team. And I keep asking them, if you're a normal person here, let me see your hand. When they raise their hand, I'm like, you won't make it in this business. Just know it. Normal people don't make it in network marketing. You have to be crazy. So they say nobody's listening to them. And I asked them one day, I said, what if you dress up and wear a t-shirt that says long rich pays me well or something and go to ShopRite, just stand there, play music from your phone, put it on speaker and start dancing. When you start dancing, people start looking at you. How bad do you want it? You really have not tried everything. Because when they say, I've tried everything, it's not working, I'm like, you've not tried this one. I've not seen it. Go crazy, start dancing, dance, and people will gather. When they start gathering, you'll be looking through the corners of your eyes, you'll be checking them out. As they are gathering there, you start sharing your flyers. Out of the 20 people that will gather, there is no how you will not get one person that will call you and say, let's talk about this business. So you can't tell me you've tried everything. It's not, you have not. Have you also decided that I'll go to ShopRite and spend 5 hours? When I drop my keys off at school, I'll walk around that place till they close. Dress in your t-shirt and be going around and sharing your flyers. When we started this business, we did it. My younger sister, Esdiola, when she wanted to become upgrade her family to VIP, she upgraded everybody. She asked her husband to lend her money. He did, and she upgraded everybody. She had to sell products to get it out. She went to Daystar. You know how big Daystar is. She's a member of Daystar. She went to the parking lot. Yeah. Opened the boot of her car, and she and her children were singing and dancing. And people were passing by, and they were selling toothpaste. She's an SD now. You say you've tried. What have you tried? You've not tried it.
Right.
You have not. You have not. So if you're not ready to go down and be dirty, you can be doing the tuition through social media. Don't tell me you've tried everything, because if the social media is not working for you, then go crazy. Either way, you work something out. Wow. It's a game of numbers. Out of 20, one person must reach out to you. So target on that one person. So my time is up. We have a brief meeting by 7.
Yes, you do. I was thinking. Sorry, but in all honesty, right? I'm looking at the comments here, and somebody said you just liberated me today.
Wow.
If for no other reason, for those people, I'm glad you are here. So somebody said you just set me free tonight.
Wow.
For nobody else, for these people, I'm excited that you went that route and told your story. It's awesome. You don't know how many people that you have set free by that story. But somebody's then asked, how do I stop feeling ashamed that I left a company to join Longreach?
How do I stop feeling ashamed that I left a company to join Longreach? Why are you feeling ashamed? Did you steal?
Exactly.
It's a business decision. Maybe you will be working with GTB tomorrow. They will offer you a better position in Zenith Bank. You resign and go there. True. It's a business decision. You are not supposed to feel ashamed in the first place. If you're not owing them, they're not owing you. There's no shame in that. You made a decision to go a different route because of what is in it for you. That's what I preach in my team. Whenever people are joining, we always ask them, what is in it for you? You must ask yourself. Yes, you love the company. Yes, you love the business. I know some network marketing companies that do that. The one I joined before, they have that thing they wrap around you so that you can't. Sometimes people want to go, but they can't go because of that shame. Please, you need to liberate yourself from that. You are not supposed to feel ashamed. You took a business decision, period.
Period.
A decision to better your life. And there's nothing selfish about that.
Absolutely.
So, no shame, please. No shame.
No shame. Thank you so much on that. I'm going to be fast now. I know you have a meeting, so I'm just going to be as fast as I can. I will take just 2 more questions. Yes.
Okay.
So 2 hands are up. Forgive me those hands. I'm so sorry. But let me just ask you this. How has this business been in terms of profitability?
Oh my God. Well, from someone who basically fell, because when I lost the over 4 million naira in 2014, I called my younger ones. I said, now I have fallen. Like, in my language, adala means I have fallen. Like when people lose their money, that's what they categorize them as. So I told them, I said, well, I don't fall. My business has folded. I imagine closing a boutique worth for over 4 million and giving out the items.
Wow.
Giving them out because nobody wanted to buy it at a good price. I said it was better than that as a gift than the ridiculous whatever they were offering me. The only one I sold was the clothes for ladies that I sold to someone selling used clothes. Now imagine selling your boutique materials, like clothes you got from the US, UK to a used clothes seller. So that she will, something you're selling at 8,000, she's to sell them at maybe 1.5. So I fell to that level of selling them off to her at 600, 700 naira. Just pack them away so that I have space in the house. So there's no, what was the question? I've lost track of that.
How profitable has it been for you?
Oh, fine. So imagine falling to that level and not being in a situation where you do 7 figures on a weekly basis. I mean, how profitable do you think that is? Like I was talking to someone the other day. I said, when I was pitching this business to you, you were making how much? His salary was like 200,000, 300,000. I said, at that time I was flat. I didn't have income. He said, yeah. I said, what you're making now is like one of my small legs is making it.
Wow.
So, it's very profitable. That's all I'm trying to say. It's very profitable. It is very, very profitable. And it's not because I started in 2014. Because there are people who started just yesterday who have even met and overtaken me. So it's not about when you started. It's about your why and your drive.
You just answered my next question. So it's actually about your why and your drive. Before I take your final word, I just want to go back to my slide for the last moment before I take my final word. For everyone who is here, who is on this call, I don't know who invited you. Like as Zyna has said as well, it's open to all the teams. So no matter who invited you, please go back to that person and sign up. The best time to join was like 10 years ago, but the next best time is now. So ensure you join. And next week, Saturday, we're going to be having SD Eric Kumukoro in the house. It's going to be a fantastic time next week, Saturday, 6 p.m. So, Zyna, honestly, I can hold you on till tomorrow. But your final word, because we need to let you go. So what's your final word to us?
Well, it's still the same thing, guys. Don't be in this waiting room forever. Me, there's no point to it. Someone told you to join Longbridge 4 years ago. You said, no, I'm not joining. And then 3 years ago, you considered joining. You got to the point of transferring money. You say, they're going to take my money. You shove it back into your pocket. 2 years ago, you still got there. 3 years ago, in fact, you have attended all the trainings. You are even good. You can present now. You have all the slides. You have you know everything about Longbridge. The only step you have not taken is to join. And you are congratulating yourself. I get sense. I never join. You know get. You know get. I'm not insulting, but you know get. Activate your common sense immediately and sign up because you are buying toothpaste. I keep telling people, if you're going to buy toothpaste, brush your teeth with it. You're going to use soap. Women, you're using pad. You're using diapers in the house for your children. You're using baby soap and baby cream and all of that, baby powder. If you're using all of these things, hand cream, mosquito repellent, rather than shoot fleas in the house, you need mosquito repellent. If you're using all these items that we're mentioning here, then you have actually signed up. The only thing is that you're signing up with a company that don't give you any benefits. If you take the money that you are using in this long reach business, in the daily consumable things that you're using in your house, and buy products from long reach, that gives you a registration. A registration is free, and the package is up to you. You can pick only one item, and you're a member. Then how do you make money from long reach? Getting other people to do the same. Don't be thinking about it as one big deal. You use soap, you use toothpaste, buy that one. And how do I grow now? How do I start making all the millions that you're talking about? One day at a time. Rome was not built in one day. Get your neighbor to switch first. Get your pastor's wife to switch. Get your colleague to switch. Those three, switch. Encourage them to do the same. And encourage your children as well. By the time you start doing all of this, before you know it, you're building a team. Team membership grows on you like that. Just start with one person, but don't stop. Keep doing it. Keep repeating the process until the second person comes, the third person comes. You don't know, down the line, there might be a Zyna, there might be an Udeme somewhere, there might be a Dr. ID, there might be an uniform, there might be an Eri, there might be an Imaiduru waiting to be activated into your team. How will they do that if you don't start already? So just start already. That's all I'm saying. Start now.
Just start now. Thank you so much, Zyna. I can keep you here till tomorrow. Again, somebody is asking where can they get your book. I know it's on Amazon.
Okay. Linda, please, it's on Amazon, but Amazon does not really operate in Nigeria. So,
so where can they get it?
Linda, please type your number out. Type your number out in the comment box so that they can communicate with you. I have my PA is on this call, so she can type out her number, and they can just immediately contact her for how to get the book. We have some in Lagos, we have some in Port Harcourt, and we have some in Abuja. So just make sure that it gets everywhere. So just,
Linda, put your number. Where are you? Before I charge you. Okay, thank you. The team coach has put the number there.
Okay, so, thank you, sir.
If you want the book, please contact Linda 0809-442-1899. And I also say 0803-670-9314. That's Jalov. You can 0809-442-1899. Sincerely, now no jokes, no stories. You need to get this book. It blessed me, and I know it will bless you. Before I came on this show, I flipped through it again, and I'm like, wow, this is rich. You could have all the children you want, but you're still waiting for something. You get nuggets on this book that will keep you going. Thank you so much, everybody, for being on this call, and thank you so much, Zyna. You made it. We're so excited. Thank you for bearing it all out. The thoughts, the feedback I'm getting here is amazing. Thank you so much. We will come again. But until we come again at another time, thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you so much. Bye. Thank you, Mr. Gilbert. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you. Love you.
Love you too, sir. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. For every other person on the call, thank you for being here. We're going to do this again next Saturday with SD Eric Umukoro. If you are yet to join this business, please sign up. Yesterday was the earliest time to join, but today is a better time to join. I still see two hands up, Stella and Freke, but you didn't type your questions in. Do you still want to ask your question? Maybe I want to give you that chance. If you still want to, you can unmute. Stella, if you are there, unmute yourself and ask your question. Or Freke, well, maybe you just put your hand down, you have forgotten your hand is up. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for being on this call. Ijoma, you want to ask a question? I'm seeing Ijoma, unmute yourself. Well, so Thank you so much, everybody on the call. I truly appreciate you all. God bless you. Let's do